Hey guys, SpinoDude here and welcome back to another video. Today guys, we're going to be taking a look at a CollectA figure from 2016. So let's have our co-host Marvin bring it out. Thank you, Marvin. Alright, so today guys, we're going to be taking a look at this. It is the CollectA Lythronax. If you've been staying tuned to the channel, you remember that I did a gift swap for Easter with my good friend KikiZilla101, where we each sent each other 3 mystery CollectA figures. One of the figures he sent over was this awesome Lythronax from 2016, so I want to send a big thank you out to him once again for making this review possible, and without further ado guys, why don't we dive straight into the review. Before we take a closer look at the figure, here are a few quick facts about Lythronax itself. Lythronax argustes means Gore King. It was a Tyrannosaurid from the Cretaceous period of what is now North America. Lythronax is a fairly recent discovery, being unearthed in 2009 and being named in 2013. It is known from partial skull and postcranial remains, helping us estimate its size at around 25 feet long. Lythronax hails from the Kaiparowitz Formation in Utah, which during the Cretaceous would have many potential prey items for a large carnivore, such as hadrosaurs and chylosaurs and ceratopsians. So without further ado guys, let's start taking a closer look at this awesome Tyrannosaurid. Alrighty guys, so here is the CollectA 2016 Lythronax. And I've been wanting this figure for a long time now, and I just never got a chance to get my hands on it until recently. Shout out to KikiZilla101 for making that possible. Thank you so much for sending this over once again. This is a stunning little figure. It's quite small, as you see the size of my hand next to it, but it is a very visually appealing little piece here for display. And I believe this might be the only figure of Lythronax that's actually out there. For detail, we have these lovely sculpted feathers all over the body here, beautifully done, and I love the natural flow that they've given to them all down the body. Especially on the leg here, you can see that the feathers are pulling downwards instead of going horizontally. Each of the small little Tyrannosaurid arms on this Lythronax feature these small little wings, as you can see. The legs have very nice toned musculature all the way down. You can see that the feathers sort of stop right before the thigh area on the Lythronax there, and then it goes down into a more bird-like scaly foot. The claws on each foot are done in a gray color, just like the claws on the forelimbs, and you can see the dew claw on the back of each foot there as well. Now this figure does have a base, and while I am a fan of bases, I'm not a fan of some of CollectA's, and you can see why with this one. This is just a pretty cheap looking hunk of plastic that's been glued to the animal's feet here. And I just wish there was more detail put into the sculpt. I will say I do like the addition of the footprints here. I think that is a very nice addition. It sort of looks like the Lythronax is tracking some prey, but there's just no terrain detail whatsoever besides some slopes and bumps in the sculpt of the base here, which is disappointing. The tail is long and stiff, as it should be for a theropod carnivore to help give it balance. And you can see that the color scheme sort of breaks up at the end of the tail there, which I think is a nice touch. The head sculpt on this Lythronax figure is beautifully done, as you can see. There is some small instances of shrink wrapping around the eyes especially, as you can see there, but it's not too noticeable from a distance. The eye is done in a glossy black color, which I really like. It gives it a menacing look. And you can see the nostrils carved out on the front of the snout there. I also really like these larger patches of feathers on the top of the head. I think that really adds a lot to the personality of this figurine. The interior of the mouth has been sculpted and painted in a flashy pink color, and the teeth have been also painted in a white color. Also looking from the front, you can see that CollectA gave this Lythronax binocular vision with its 2 eyes there. That is great attention to detail. Now the color scheme on this figure is fairly simple, but I think it works out and it looks really naturalistic. You can see the main body consists of this tannish brown color, which then breaks up towards the tail with this stripe of gray, and of course the tip is done in black. The actual skin color for the Lythronax is a mix of this cream color and this light gray color, which can also be seen on the face here. And the tiny little wings on the back of the arms and the little puffs of feathers on top of the head are done in a cream color as well. I really adore the pose that they gave this Lythronax as well. it looks like a triumphant predator is on the trail of its next victim. And of course, this is the great thing about having bases with figures such as this Lythronax here, is because you can have more dynamic and much different poses. Alright, so why don't we do a quick measurement of this figure? So Marvin, why don't you bring out the ruler? Thank you, Marvin. Alright, we've got our trusty flexi ruler now, so let's give this Lythronax a measure. So in terms of the length from the tip of the snout all the way to the tip of the tail, we are looking at about 7 inches, which is about 18 centimeters. And in terms of the height at the highest point, which is the top of the head here, we are looking at about 3.5 inches, which is about 9 centimeters. For comparison, I thought I'd bring out a personal favorite of mine from CollectA, and that is their 2016 Deluxe Torvosaurus. CollectA just has a knack for making their dinosaurs look so naturalistic with the color schemes they choose and the overall design of the animals. Alrighty guys, it's time for my overall rating on this figure, and I think that this 2016 CollectA Lythronax deserves 4 stars out of 5, an epic rating. This figure is overall incredibly visually appealing, the detail is great for its size, and it is very reasonably priced as well. My one big nitpick with this figure is the base. Now, as you know, I love bases, and it can give dinosaurs such as this Lythronax great dynamic poses. But I just wish with CollectA, their figures were at least removable from their bases. Of course, they are making their new bases, for example, their new 2018 figures, the bases look much more detailed, which is great. But for their older figures here, it's just a slab of cheap looking plastic in my opinion with a couple footprints thrown onto it. And it kind of detracts sometimes from the really naturalistic looking dinosaurs. But anyway, overall this Lythronax is awesome and I highly recommend it. Well, there we go guys, that was today's look at the 2016 CollectA Lythronax. I think this figure is absolutely awesome, and I think it's currently the only figurine of Lythronax that we have. If you guys want to get one of these for yourself, I highly recommend checking out www.everythingdinosaur.com for awesome service and fast shipping. So anyway guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. Also leave a comment telling me what you think of this Lythronax figure. So thank you so much guys for watching, and as always I will see you in my next video. Take care and bye bye.